Then there, we are talking art, we are talking painting, we are talking, everything that has to do with art. Mirror, I don't know what happened. So, of course, spiritual, I know kitchen, then they on match them up with red. Our match them up with red. Don't know, the chow so what they see that home. Charity, Akwaba.
Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you too. Ente Fanta, Ente Tria.
I understand, but I don't speak. I speak more of Ga.
Oh, okay. No, and then by your
Yeah, so we speak Ga and then we speak English.
You speak Ghana and you want to speak Damagano. I mean, then you will speak Ghana. And then by your into Onyashi, maybe sa Wochima, another Fantima.
Then I'll say it in English.
Now with the bro, I can uncran pardon or begin. Just a me interpreter or harmon.
Oh, all right.
And then I have Daniel. For your Moasa Papa.
Yeah.
What's best you don't use you? My life is now the win one or yo.
Menu and yummy yo, but on him a menu.
When you are yo, but
on him a menu. Mezie Juma. If say usually me drawings I sit and draw up close for a very long time. And me uncle be our Oshie na. No, I am me yo. Me uncle be Oshie na or suggested there because of mommy and it. So I said me glasses bia. Oh yeah. O man zaman ya kesimam. Then we be a moon strain be brave.
Strain. Oh okay.
Apart from that and so no yeah photochromic or me no ho benefit. Area sun rays now also we usually use a lot of screens. For example, I draw from my phone, laptop screens and stuff into anti-reflective, into or saved blue lights. Nanzama or emit from screens. Into all and whole benefit them also.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, I see. Let me name there we here glasses to help your eyes. I never knew. And then I have Kojo.
Yes.
Akwaaba.
Yeah.
Thank you. I did fine. What kind of painting do you do?
Any artwork, any painting.
Like with the brushes
brush
and all that. Okay. I will say.
I do painting, sculpture, textile design, and graphic design. I'm currently doing a mural work, so I'm more of a muralist now.
The mural no woman tasi woman had the chrono because in fact obia the person who kept saying mural let me be na obasro nti me bisa so that is on no yeah them paintings na and then overhead na bono watch why
exactly so the mural is a painting on a wall.
Okay,
so right now we are doing a painting on the overpass. If you get to 37 and then you proceed a little bit as if you are going to Spaintex. We are working on the bridge there. It's a large mural.
Oh, okay.
Very, very large.
Why are you guys doing all those things?
We have been commissioned to do that.
Is it for beautification purposes? Is it to stop people from pasting all these, these posters of churches? And is that the purpose?
Not exactly. We were actually commissioned to tell the story of Africa on the wall.
That's some of your works on the screen.
Exactly, that's some of my works, and that was when I visited France.
Oh, okay.
So we were commissioned to do that particular work by Creative Arts Commission Council, sorry. Okay. And then it's under the umbrella of Art for All.
Okay.
So Art for All is just a group of artists who have come together to work and tell a story. And so we are telling the story, we are not stopping people from using the overhead, but we are trying to beautify the place and even make it better. We are trying to make the place a recreational center.
Overhead, Nasin, where in
I tell you, you won't believe it by the time we finish.
Okay, we can't wait to see the final work.
It's like a surprise.
We can't wait to see a final
It's almost done anyway.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Daniel.
Yes.
Continuing from what she said, are these kind of art recognized and appreciated in this country?
By who?
Like the masses, generally.
The public. Like, okay. So, are you talking about the art in public spaces or art in
public spaces? Yes.
Oh, okay. Yes, I think they are appreciated by the public, because even during the time that we had the diasporans returning, what was the theme for that? I've forgotten.
Year of return.
Year of return. Yeah, I think there was a lot of that, a lot of commissions to artists to, beautify public spaces and stuff like that. And I think that, there was a time I was watching a program on TV, and it was an interview sessions on the streets, seeking the public's view on those things. And I think it was a very yes. And now there was a very positive feedback from the public. So I think that generally people are excited about these arts, these murals and public sculptures and stuff like that in our public areas. Yeah.
In our public spaces. Kojo.
Yes.
Now moving from the streets, nasa yerba the paintings that you guys do and all that, man, of what the sun when it do we appreciate them? Do we know the value of it?
Yes and no. Some people do, some people don't. Okay. So it's just about finding yourself in the right market. Yeah.
Because what Ghana have on them, which is the right market? One don't know why you target,
Makasa and Kofa be a more educational quick kakra, and omanya travel experience.
But if you travel and you don't like something, you don't like something.
But it's easier to appreciate it when you travel and you see it and you come back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
But I also think we should recognize our works before foreigners would do, or outsiders would do. So if we appreciate our art, they will also appreciate our art.
Okay.
So I think so. If we appreciate our art first locally, then it will go internationally.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, Momsy, it just depends on the cultural system. Because, for example, before the colonial era, many of these things that CCR are considered to be art, they were just for function, like they were functional objects. Today, obese dirty or the ye bibia, they be a
ordering
BB, today be a kutu and a bibia. Yeah, for that, I bibia osbo kunsu. I did be a baby also see, baby then go from Boston when you but you find the time I brought from the bay, you find the British in the bay, during colonial era. One they will consider that thing not to be functional. They will consider it to be maybe art which could be appreciated in a different way based on their cultural system.
Because
and maybe to them or 2 years sculptures be on year utilitarian objects are useful field for soon as we appreciate into the art. I also see museums now in Kofuko Chieska Koshe. And if somebody is coming from that cultural system, about to the person will appreciate it in a different way. And sometimes it's all based on the cultural system, yield the kind of appreciation. But the means be so now what fair was a crowd which is yes we and the once I'm from brand. But it's because of men kade or ye there was a quaimum. But men kade, like they've placed these objects in a different context, such that now it has accumulated a certain value. And see, when the day was here then was a back, which is all good. And but I'm just saying that it's based on the cultural system now. The kind of way the people relate to these objects and art. That is what will yield the kind of experience or appreciation that we are talking about.
Beautiful. Kojo.
Yes.
So I share foreign movies, and foreign movies or portray paintings, naza. Ebohana was say some masterpiece has been stolen. It is worth $20 million. Like they'll be mentioning amounts like that. Ghana harmonum say paintings are worth that much.
Well, maybe I haven't heard of 20 million, but yeah, in the millions and the thousands of dollars. Yeah.
Or Ghana had they. What makes these paintings get that value? Is it not just a normal drawing? So if she does one drawing, you also do one drawing. What makes your own of a higher value than Ononedzawaye?
Maybe a collector now, maybe I'll be your exhibition. And there are different factors, so materials, the story behind the work now, you know, the experience, it's how you sell the work, because they're all product. And to send our value.
May decide them value, and that's what people value.
Yeah.
Because I can the story behind that. I brought you free. Or you have a pen now, I did. Oh, your day we are lost 10 million.
That's inspiration.
Oh, your day we are lost $10 million. Or which I want to have a paint. Now I splash of craft, and I splash of craft, or you have $5 million. Then people will say, yes, that's a masterpiece, that's a masterpiece. But then you are looking at it and like, what is master about this piece? So the fact that I have done it and I have decided that this is the amount I am selling it for, that makes it a masterpiece.
Not exactly.
No.
But you were saying you've not heard of any art piece in Ghana which worth $20 million.
$20 million.
There is. Amwako's work is worth $20 million.
Yeah,
it actually went to space.
Yeah.
And it was brought back. So
Amwako
is worth $20 million, yes.
What the kind of space?
It was actually sent by, I don't know if you've heard of the richest man in the whole world, Jeff Bezos.
Okay.
So he, I think they were going to space, and he decided to pick 3 of Amwako's works. And so we have 3 of Amwako's works flown to space.
Wow.
So it's worth it. And I think it depends on the way people perceive your story. So it depends on how your art speaks to people. And that is exactly what we are doing there, under the bridge. We are trying to see how people will perceive the African art. Most people think it's Nokoni Agbe, something scary, like spiritual and that. But you should look at it and see how it touches you and touches your life. And then I think your story would probably rhyme with what we have, and then you might see it as even worth more than 20 million. It depends on how you see it.
On the issue about people seeing it as is it not in movies na portray these artifacts to get that meaning? Because such a movie bina weri shrine or a damn artifact yana what the case is hormone no what the baby ready be would they go to signify moja and you wonder why man call for gender yabusum sama.
Well, to them men American art in the baby or why is this year considered art and baby away criminal were for functional reasons.
Okay.
And we also know that originally many of our ancestors were traditionalists. And the man Max na the men may be away no a kwana offer do or communicate with the other world. And the main ideas yana movie producers and directors been among so often was aba yen sinitrum na that way. Ni na no ni na woni histories na but since ya no yan friend ye mbu bebe bobu ye hu de Christopher nti hu baby dam e wo sinu de bia beka do ya abosom sam de bia hu wo shrine bia na de but anade hu do bi ze bibi dam ro bompe to yan friend asase ya na ati de bia hu wo TV do no aba friend do ya abosom sam but in bia we twem maybe that was the way of life of the people and they made these objects to they made these objects to They made these objects to aid them in that process, but also to say a little bit about the valuation of art. It also doesn't only depend on the object that you've created, the art that you've created.
Oh, okay.
It also depends on you, the artist. What is your value as an artist? What is your identity? For to be to the enjoy.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
We may have underground artists who are rapping better than Sarkodie. We may have, like you see, but Sarkodie is Sarkodie.
Okay.
And in Jumbia, Mobe Biasisi are irrelevant.
Okay.
And the reactions are obeying to that, and and the reception obeying to whatever he will put out now. It won't be the same as, say, an underground artist. I ain't do baby. No matter how hard you try, no matter how good your song is, it will be difficult to compete with someone like Sarkodie because of a consider albums he's put out, shows he's been to, awards he's won, and all of that. And it's the same with art. Artists bia wa ba we bodru baby no. Today may say bro no the person has a certain history. Even the work itself no cry no you will be a friend of provenance. Work ebia wa ba ha no even shoe ya cry. I think there was a time that either Sotheby's or Christie's was auctioning a shoe. Was it Kanye West or LeBron James? One of them. But this shoe or a normal shoe, yeah, will be one always go to water wash it. But LeBron and other Kanye na washing or a different case altogether. Yes. Recently, I saw also an auction house auctioning James Bond. Ne cars na. James Bond 007 movie one of the cars away was the car along I think it was in the 60s or so or auction one of those and it's not just the objects, it's not just the car,
the person who did it,
but consider the movie James Bond movie 007 Nakasana. It's a whole it's a legendary okay. Auctioning today be a player Messi wa bobo ne shirt obi age or call auction or that call boa maybe I read the news like that or the call boa of Foster Homes na that just because it's Messi that word that Jesse but my to be Obasa store but it's not the same as the one that Messi has won it because of the identity of Messi. You get it? And a provenance the artwork has been to this exhibition before. One of the highest platforms in art is maybe the Venice Biennale or Documenta. And to work out Venice Biennale da you find there be a walk or 5 shows be and I find the very popular gallerists and art collectors be and they binuma were very popular in the art circles now what da and into the track record no so too on my work in the value the condition that the work is in even the material that you have used to man value because paintings are considered to be the painting medium is like the queen of art. So be a painting now I am they be a pencil drawing it won't all those things are factors in valuing an artwork. Our artists now be exhibitions them now obi akọ Venice Biennale ya we te Ghana henko baby yin ye per yin ye per nti all those things matter.
Kojo watching when he talked about exhibitions watch Madrinesi Asamundo and it still comes back to value. The value are not you the artist but value are the end consumers your place on the product. When he made mention of what can then jerseys, Messi ni jersey, Ronaldo ni jersey nade. I remember tonight some years ago, I had a lot of jerseys of a lot of big football stars. And now that may I be a mention your original jersey, and knowing that the jersey I'm wearing or your original jersey, I see me see no shay, na maji wa see me see ho na mashe. I never really placed that financial value to it. And do we place that value on your products?
No, it depends on how I put it out.
No, but even if you have put it out, I say amena you have put it out to no. I don't place value on it because being American, my work or space was abedabedi. Ebi the best home and I'm no normal drawing.
True.
That's because I personally don't put value on it.
True. So I think those who know.
So how would the value to the I'm for value and to that? Is it not the same thing as it's valueless?
And yet the same thing because no name.
Okay.
Yeah, and see, they're art lovers and they're art collectors.
Yeah, they know it's worth.
So they know what it's worth. And see, one no say no one my target market.
Okay.
Yeah. And see, I would rather move to a space I meet me in Crawford, they can understand what I'm trying to portray to them. Because then yet everybody it's not everybody who loves art. Or who can see, who can see. They can see it and appreciate it and say, oh, it's nice. But then they wouldn't really understand what it means to have it or to own it.
But what does it mean to own it?
It means a lot to own it, especially when it's the original piece. No.
It's not just drawing.
It's not just drawing.
But it's
especially when you own the original piece. It's like having gold in your house. You see, it's that. It's worth it. Yes, it is.
There's a painting that has sold for $450 million.
Yeah.
And to own that painting alone.
Painting not then that
It's American, and with the identity of the person also I can. Da Vinci no work. Da Vinci is considered as one of the all-time, like one of the old masters. And the old masters will be brave, but even amongst his contemporaries, he is considered to be one of the best.
One of the best.
And if say why excavate another way when you work BCC and I say why should my own there or Empire Da Vinci no worker is a big deal. Big deal. In that even if you have the money to buy it, you must have the money to secure it. You have to even have insurance for it and all of these things. It is not
painting
and I agree with what you were saying there. Somebody might not know the value of some things like that. Because
some really don't
I remember a story that one of our lecturers told us. Now say I think it was Picasso, one of the old masters. Now or signing autographs Bibi Adam Manekeke. And the woman didn't know the value of it. So she sold it for like some coins to an art dealer.
How would I say she sold Missy Jessie's autograph Jessie's? I don't even remember what happened to those Jessies.
But one champion when a dealer was selling it for way like way more than coins and all the manner. Because the person knows the value.
The more value you get.
You know.
The longer it stays, the more expensive it becomes.
Exactly. It's now worth more than it was.
And then we shall
some price. And to no dealers be them now, as you know. Young friend they be artists BCC, they are just emerging artists. They are now emerging. And why today music? Young friend will be mana or underground artists, but you believe so much in the person's craft. So them music record labels now that they invest in these people so that when they blow and they become very relevant, them at that time sikana anypani be ya no also you benefit from it. Art dealers that's how they do. Nti yamfa na bia emerging artists bia sisi Europe na bia wa akobe 1 or 2 exhibitions bi. If you buy an artwork of that person for say $10,000 na nyimpa no in the next few years bia wa akobe very significant exhibitions and other wa into the limelight sisi obiara ehu na obiara pray for no work. In that time, no work no be paint why scarce. I was there toy. Bear 5-10 years ago, they turned for bear $10,000. And in that time, even the scarcity of yimpan work in Umpo can increase the value. Into my work turn for 10,000, you could sell it for say maybe 100,000, 200,000, depending on the factors or the circumstances. Into there are things like that.
Kojo,
yes.
Ghana Hamanum, where exhibitions are?
Oh yeah.
Where exhibitions are one on attract?
Oh.
Oh, it attracts a lot of people.
I was
don't think you visited Gallery 1957. You need to go there and see the crowd.
I think that was the gallery I was invited to.
Yes, you need to go there. Then you be like,
oh, there's another. The day I was supposed to go, I forgot. When I remember,
another world entirely when it comes to art.
Yeah, when it comes to art.
Yeah, 1957. There are a couple of galleries. Gallery Soview. I think that there's Nubuki Foundation. They too, they're having an exhibition. Even this weekend, there's 1957. Yeah.
So that's what I was saying also about the cultural system. Something. You see, we didn't grow up visiting galleries and museums and things like that.
Drawing. All these hotels usually do, and like growing up, most of these hotels, La Palme, when you go and you see the artworks.
As for those places, when you go, you see the huge artworks.
But most of those works are on exhibitions. So you see, like, there's a little price somewhere, or there's a little something somewhere. But if you don't take note of it, maybe I won't dream.
Okay.
But most of the time.
So let me also take this opportunity to say that currently in Ghana, a lot is going on in terms of exhibitions and shows and things like that. In Accra,
but don't you people advertise it?
We do.
Where?
It's always.
You see,
on
so
Instagram,
for example,
it's on Facebook.
She said there is.
But we don't see it.
Yeah,
there are shows
but it's always
in Gallery 1957 this week. There are at least two solo shows that I know of. You see, I'm even coming from there now.
And these shows are shows that anybody can just.
And there are a lot of people
I get
come
emails.
actually.
They send me emails directly, and then I just
if you
attend.
visit Nubuki, they take your email, and every show they send you the details and everything. They have pages on Instagram and Facebook, and so you can actually follow and then track exhibitions, dates, and
because I don't see exhibitions. The one that I was invited to, the person met me at an event, and Oshe shown, so he quickly pulled out an invitation and then wrote my name and everything and gave to me. And so I wasn't able to honor the invitation.
Okay, let me also invite you. I'm in KNUST. I'm in my final year of MFA. And
which one is MFA?
Masters in Fine Art.
And Taco school they was more about drawing.
It's a lot more than that, but I'll hear from Damala. It's, you know, one of the requirements is that you have to put up at least 2 solo shows before you graduate. And there are lots of shows that goes on in.
But wait. Earlier. I kind of you sold the painting for 400,000 something. Was it your personal painting?
No, hey, 450 million. Hey, come to by this time. Why are we? Hey,
it was
Da Vinci's painting, I think. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But how come you sold it?
No, I wasn't the one. I said it sold for.
It sold for.
Yeah, it was auctioned.
Okay.
We have auction houses. That's auction paintings, auction artworks, not just paintings.
So let me ask you guys this. Can I, as an individual, who, let's say I love paintings, I appreciate paintings, I understand paintings, can I have it as a job there? Muhu painting amato, muhu damato, muhu damato, and then a time comes and I sell everything.
Those are the people who actually make more.
And they art dealers, no, what all works is
here. That's what's trending now. That's what's trending now.
That's what's trending,
especially in Ghana.
Yeah.
We have artists who also collect and just keep them, and then they sell it twice or thrice.
So let me ask you.
Thank you.
Now I'm thinking, the last time I was in during the Dubai Expo.
Yes, please.
There was, I don't remember his name, but it was a white.
Okay.
I think it was an Arabian or something. He works with one of these international news agencies.
Okay. And
he does photography on the side.
Okay.
And Oye exhibition. War expo.
Okay.
And I was standing there and I was asking myself, the pictures were beautiful, no two ways about it. But there's somebody who travels the world into Ocha, pictures of what he thinks are interesting.
Okay.
So pictures of children in Africa, pictures of the sea, pictures of trees, pictures of some animals and all that. Why would I go and buy a picture of somebody I don't know? Because it's a picture taken by so and so. It's a child sitting in some debt in some African country somewhere. Why would I go and buy it? For what?
That is why I was saying, you see the target audience, and then the storyline might not appeal to you, but might appeal to the next person who will see it and say, wow, it reminds me of my village. It reminds me of my grandma when she was young. It reminds me of this. It reminds me of something spiritual. Sometimes some people tell your painting, the story of your painting more than...
me of my past.
Yes, some people just buy it and then they tell you more stories about your art than you, the artist. And you'll be like, oh, right, I see.
True.
They'll tell you, no, in the spiritual world, it means this, it means that. Then you'll be like, really?
Spiritual, you
and
know.
you are the artist.
Hey,
like,
they're not last time no spiritual, you know.
Yeah, some people, it appeals to them. So that's why we say art appeals to you like psychologically too. Sometimes abroad, they use the art to help people who are sick. I have witnessed something like that before. I was drawing and then I saw a mad person coming. And then I was like, let me just take off. So I left my paint and everything and I ran off. But the strangest thing that happened was the man came. He actually arranged the paint for me, looked at the art piece, and then walked away. Then I was like, whoa, that means psychologically he has seen it as something else. And then it appeals to him. So you can imagine the art appealing to this guy who is insane, totally insane. Like I ran off and left my paint. Yes.
A mad person.
Yes. So psychologically it works. Emotionally it works. Spiritually it works.
There is an artist called Mark Rothko. There are stories that people usually stand in front of his paintings and cry. I wish I could show you his paintings.
I'll stand in front of a picture and I'll cry.
I'll cry.
Yes.
And
Why?
his paintings are just, they are, let me not use just, they are layers of colors that have been laid on the canvas in
It's really colors
broadly.
canvas to do that.
It could be,
and then I'll cry.
yes, because of the things that the artist is probably tackling.
Yes.
You can relate to it without knowing even, say if, you, I don't know if you've heard of a girl in Iran killed over not wearing her hijab properly.
Yeah.
And you know, if someone has painted a woman who is being
Molested.
or like obia wash no they say obia wash no do another like all go through in maybe just because or ye besia nche bibi dam no, if an artist is tackling something like that and then you are in a community and experiencing similar things, you would relate with that, say painting, drawing, sculpture, whatever kind of object without knowing the subject personally.
Ada would relate to them. Because back in secondary school, I did general knowledge in art.
Okay.
So I have a little idea about my paintings. And I did that. In my final exams, I think I designed a wax print or something. My paintings, like they were like normal assignments in your class. But I still don't get that connection. Kojo, let me ask you this. Now, obviously, art is something that we should like really, really value. Yes. But then let's look at yen departmental stores. I mean, Bob brand DBAnism. But now most of these departmental stores, the Equa, they have some paintings in beer, watan. But if you ever it be 100 Ghana, 150, 80 cedis, 70 cedis. Oh no, or you want to order in one place the value or another on your papa.
No, most of them are mass-produced items.
Copy of the same story.
Most of and some of them are actually printed, not painted. But
if you're home, when you feel it, you feel the roughness of the paint and all that on it too.
Yeah. So
no, but
then
it's printed. It's a printed copy, not.
It's printed.
Yes.
Even after feeling the roughness.
Even
there's no printing. What prints are flat too?
No, you can also have embossed printing.
But even if it's painted, most of the time, and they pick up from. I've seen from places like emoji from
magazines.
Yeah.
Pictures.
Or these roadside people.
Oh, okay.
You know when you go to the beach, you bet me to artwork.
You're to artwork.
Yeah. Obi why yes some.
If I know why
yeah. 50 Ghana. Only kasa. Bet me. I'm one canvas. So I think from some of the stores, they deal with some of these people.
And is it not because these people themselves that these stores are dealing with, though they can do the paintings, though they can draw, they themselves don't know the value of it? Because if I know the value of something, I wouldn't price it way less.
They know the
value, but they cannot wait.
And for pentam.
Because a ton 10 now, be 500 Ghana, and also be train, nothing, or be exhibition, and I say, Obenya connect be a, and I won't okay. You don't appreciate art. Into your the Bama was 500 Ghana. I want to.
I'm mom. This is yeah. Me person into me watching how to appreciate it. Na matan.
Oh yeah.
Because some do very very. But then let's go to financing of one quickly. Unfortunately, on China time also. Financing of the various work and then exhibitions that you do. Do you finance the exhibitions yourself, or you seek for sponsorship for people to put money into it and finance it for you? How do you guys do it?
Personally, I finance mine myself. It's pre-financed, and then sometimes it depends on what you are doing. If it's a work which is commissioned, then I believe someone will finance it, or the government will finance it. It depends on the person who is commissioning you to do it. But for me, if it's my
it's a personal thing.
Yes, and I also have people who are art lovers and who want to encourage me. So I have sponsors. I have people who are like this lady. She's female and she's an artist. We need to sponsor her. So I get various people who are interested in sponsoring me personally.
Okay. Now, into our upcoming event, who is sponsoring it? What upcoming exhibition?
I am sponsoring myself.
Now you are a student.
Yes.
Where are you getting the money to do the sponsorship?
He has to work experience.
We make a lot of sacrifices. Because, because
where
in the
are
long
you doing
run,
the
it is
exhibition?
also worth it in Kumasi.
In Kumasi.
Yes.
So you do it. People come appreciate what you've done. Most likely buy some, or you are not putting anything up for sale.
It's not Not in this exhibition.
Not in this exhibition.
Yes, so
because
this is
for
for
your
to get
schools in
scores.
Inti.
Yes.
What I say?
Because for your schools in Inti, it will not be up for sale.
Yeah, it's a requirement for
You
the
to pass your
MFA.
exams.
However,
Yes.
it's also it's like, you see, the MFA itself is a platform for you to grow your practice as an artist. And you know, this gives you the opportunity to be able to plan and work and then organize your own show. Funding is a problem, but then you are able to acquire a lot of skills by just organizing your own exhibition.
And
because
exposing
elsewhere,
it to the public.
Elsewhere, artists just work and then, like even in schools, they just work and then there is the venue already set. There is funding even for the production of the work. There is funding for the exhibition. It is created by, say, a creator or, you see, and then all these provisions are made. But then, yeah, so one of the things that helps us is the failure or the in a way to it's our strength, because any creative be a friend on creative show in table for a beer a pedal be pie but for young could be in school where you know has the capacity to curate it, and also the one in doing it yourself you build that capacity to be able to create shows. You get it, and there may be them, and we are not privileged to have them, but then we are channeling all those shortcomings into strengths. You know, may work, man, I'm a fund. Is work in a career, you have to look for a space to exhibit it, because unfortunately, we don't have a lot of spaces to show art. We don't have the institutions, and we don't have a lot of them. it's inadequate.
Wow. I wish I had a lot of time because I have so many questions to ask. So many questions.
Yeah.
So finally, I would like to invite you to check out my page www.artforsoulinternational.com. Artforsoulinternational.com. Now, artforsoulinternational.com was it's an organization which was actually founded when I went to France. So I wanted to tell my story, my Ghanaian story, to these other foreigners, and I also wanted to learn from them as well. So we founded this organization. I'm the founder actually in Ghana. Okay. And then I'm now working on bringing them to Ghana so that they come and see Ghanaian art. And then we're swapping. So we go to the next country and then the next country. So you can also join as well. You are not an artist, but you can also join and then you see what we do.
Painting is fair. But maybe I just don't value it. Painting is because I love colors.
Right.
I relate to colors easily. If you are teaching me something and it's colorful, I would get it easily than when it's in plain black and white. I would struggle to understand what you're teaching me. I love colors. But I just value Could you do you also have any events coming up?
So I don't do exhibitions, but I run paint sessions every week. So you can come and paint just to have fun.
I come and sit down and I'll paint.
Yeah, while you're drinking, you're eating, you're having
Please,
fun.
I'll come. When is the next one?
Tomorrow, Wine.
Oh, tomorrow is Thursday.
And time, please.
7 p.m.
7 p.m. Oh, 7 p.m. I'll be on air.
We are on to about 11, so after, you could come through.
Just after,
beautiful,
yeah,
beautiful,
you can
beautiful.
pass by.
I will come. I'll come and draw. When I come, I have to draw what I want to draw.
Anything, yeah, I mean, you can feel free.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
you can
There's
also,
an artist, though.
People came to draw this. At least I know I'll come and do better. When I go and draw, when I finish, I'll bring you people what I did. I'll come and show you people. I'll come and show my lady power.
Exactly.
I want to say something. Yeah, I think that also we are talking about art, but I think our conversation has also been very limited to just painting.
No, because that was what
many time.
Yeah, she said painting.
I know it's like a very, very broad.
Yeah, I don't want
but
people
unfortunately,
thinking that they cannot paint, so they can't be artists.
In fact, I can bear 2 minutes in front of the time also. Because I have a lot of questions to ask because I wanted to find out if you are the painting. Do you do it as and when you get orders? Or you just get up and you decide that you are painting. If you just get up and decide that you are painting, it means you have a lot of paintings piled up. If people are not buying it, how do you keep them? How do you secure them? I have a lot of questions to ask. Maybe I should have a part 2 of this conversation. Because there are a lot of questions.
Yeah.
There are lots of questions I want to ask. Because you guys, like I said, because I've done general knowledge in art, I have an idea. And so if you have 100 paintings, and I say, maybe it's a single room self-container, and then you know, and with them home, and I'm not sure when I